just keep talking. I don't even know what I said. I don't know what I said, buddy. Hey guys, it's Dan with MAPerformance here. Today you'll find us in front of the Evo 10 here in the back shop at our facility. We were having to decide which manifold we're gonna run on our project car. We had that internal discussion and figure why not share that same information with you guys. Some of the advantages of the tubular manifold versus the cast, and why you may want to choose one or the other is what we're gonna cover today. So stay tuned. So like we said, we're gonna get into a discussion. We're gonna compare our Evo 10 cast exhaust manifold versus a tubular manifold. Since we have the cast one here in front of us, we're gonna start with the major benefits that you get when you're upgrading to a cast manifold. Also, the main reason people are upgrading in the Evo 10 world is because their factory exhaust manifold is cracked. So to get a replacement from OEM, from Mitsubishi, you're looking at somewhere around 500, 550 bucks even for some of these OEM manifolds. And it's just gonna be a cast OEM manifold, replaces exactly what you had in your car to begin with. When you're upgrading to something that we've designed here, the MAP investment cast manifold for the Evo 10 platform. Also, this does work on the Rally Art for those of you wondering. This has been designed to increase flow. It's something like 22%. You can follow some of our other videos on our channel where we've actually dynoed this in comparison to the OEM manifold. We've gained like 30 wheel horsepower and about 16 wheel torque just by changing out the manifold. So there's definitely a lot of performance to be had here. The other benefit of cast is gonna be the longevity. These things are sturdy. This is built and engineered to last longer than your car, right? The OEM manifold clearly had some deficiencies. That's where you get that cracking, and that's why a lot of people end up replacing them. If you're going with our investment cast manifold, you don't have to worry about that. Not only is it designed in a better way and engineered better, it's a 310 stainless steel. It's a much better quality material. And at this price point, I think you're not gonna find anything out there that's gonna compete as far as performance goes. Most people going with our investment cast manifold are doing so for a street car or potentially a road race car. Most of the benefits of this manifold is, again, in how sturdy it is and the longevity and resilience against those heat cycles. And then again, just having that weight of the turbo on there, pulling on that, it's really gonna outlast not only an OEM manifold, but most tubular manifolds as well. The people that are buying these are going with setups that are making up to kind of our guesstimates, probably around 550 horsepower. Some of those higher horsepower builds, I think you are gonna wanna move into the tubular manifold, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So we've talked a little bit about the cast manifold. Next up is going to be the MAPerformance tubular manifold. This design was obviously engineered here in-house and completely hand-built for you here in our facilities. The major reason most people are stepping up to a tubular manifold is just to get that extra high end, or to make more power on the top end with generally with an aftermarket turbo setup. So still stock frame turbo, but some of the offerings from Force Performance or ATP are gonna be the main ones we see. I think Comp Turbo just released some new bolt-on turbos as well. The biggest benefit, again, is gonna be that top end power. The main drawback to these is gonna be the price. They're definitely gonna be more expensive. Again, they're hand fabricated in-house. All of our stuff comes with stainless steel flanges. They're back purged, they're welded to the highest quality you can possibly get. So we really do stand behind these. We do give you a lifetime warranty, and they are great manifolds. They're just not quite as sturdy as what you may get with a cast manifold, or at least our cast manifold. And those are some of the main differences we see between a cast manifold on the Evo X and a tubular that we make here in-house at MAPerformance. Whether you end up with a tubular manifold or a cast, one thing you're gonna need to remember is you're gonna wanna run some sort of a heat shield. You definitely wanna protect your cam angle sensor on the Evo 10 that's located pretty close to the tubular manifolds. In that case, we include a cam angle heat shield for you with the tubular manifold. You can always get that for any manifold you want. It's available on our website as well. But between the two, what you wanna remember is that they're both provisioned or can fit your factory heat shield, your factory exhaust manifold heat shield. As you can tell here on our Evo 10 manifold, again, it's cast in and provisioned accordingly. For our tubular manifolds, you are gonna need to modify your heat shield to make it fit and look appropriate, but it should be able to work and still cover the majority of the manifold and help hold that heat in. So we walked through some of the benefits of cast. We talked about tubular. I got a couple different manifolds here to show you, and I just want to explain, no matter which variation you go with, both of these manifolds are meant for a stock replacement. That's meaning that your turbo orientation is not going to change. You can keep your factory turbo in the car, and either one of these two manifolds is going to bolt up directly to that and provide you with more flow entering your turbo. Additional to that, a lot of these come with different options. Here you can see an advanced ceramic coating that we put on our tubular manifolds. This is actually an Evo 8 or 9 manifold, but it is a raw coating that we do offer as well. This is unique to us in the process that we do to make that manifold look this way, which is pretty sexy in my opinion. And then over here you can see obviously our cast manifold, and this is available in a raw finish as well as a black ceramic coated finish. So depending on what you're looking for and depending on what you're looking to do underneath the hood of your car, there's lots of different options. Any of these will serve your needs and bolt onto that stock turbo location. You can use your existing stock or aftermarket downpipe, assuming the location hasn't changed on that. And they're pretty simple to install. We have some videos you guys can check out on our channel as well. So we very quickly ran through some features and benefits of these two. Now let's put them against each other and just talk real world what the difference is going to be for you. At the end of the day, a lot of people really shop based on cost and benefit, right? The cost difference between these two, you're definitely going to be in this column for the win. The cast manifold is going to be a less expensive option. I think right now they're about $650 on our website, maybe about $750, $760 if you want the coated option on there, versus a tubular manifold, I believe somewhere in the $950, maybe a little bit under there for a raw tubular manifold. Again, 100 or 110 more for the coated option. Between the two, definitely the winner here. When it does come to performance though, performance for dollar, I think they are pretty evenly matched. Again, we're getting about 22% more flow. Some of our dyno charts were about 30 wheel horsepower and 16 foot-pounds of torque. With this one, I think you are going to get more power. We don't have any direct comparisons between the two, but you certainly should have more top-end power available with this. Again, anyone with an aftermarket turbo or looking to upgrade away from that OEM turbo probably is going to go this route if they're looking to make big power in the future. Some people may have a preference in regards to what their manifold looks like under the hood of their car. A lot of times people like the look of a hand-fabricated, hand-crafted tubular manifold. We certainly do as well. The cast manifold definitely looks good, but it is a little bit more of an OEM look, which could be a benefit for some of you, looking at you guys in California out there. This can maybe slide. It's a little bit more stealthy than a tubular manifold. So definitely consider your needs and what you're looking for and prioritize as you desire. And we have either one to meet your needs. So you guys are probably wondering which manifold we decided to go with on our MAPerformance shop car. And after much discussion, kind of like what we just had here, we decided to go with the cast manifold. This thing is going to perform great for our use. We're going to stick with stock frame turbo or even stock turbo right now. In the future, we do plan to do some further testing, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I think after we get an aftermarket turbo, we will probably end up going this route again in the future. So stay tuned for that. There's plenty of people making big power in these, so don't get too scared. I know Cosmic's out there with their SST powered Evo 10. I think that's made 700 plus horsepower, and they're running in the 9 somewhere right now. So you can definitely make big power with this. Don't let that scare you away. But if you want to make the most possible power, or if you want to have a tubular manifold underneath the hood of your car, this is definitely the route you're going to want to go. So now I want to hear from you guys. Tell me which manifold you prefer. Maybe you've had one or you're currently running one. Tell us what's on your car in the comments below. Hopefully you got some information that was useful for you. Again, we were talking about this internally anyway, so we just wanted to have that same discussion with you guys. Tubular versus cast on the Evo 10. There's lots of people going both ways. Tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.